So welcome back to Death Must Die. What we're going to do in this video is go through the Necromancer boss fight. I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks, explain how I take this boss down. So I'm going to give you a brief explanation about the boss, and then I will show you a full run of me killing the boss without any commentary over the top of it. So that will be at the end of the video. And basically, this Necromancer boss is going to spawn in at 14 minutes into your run. And it is the second boss fight in the run after the Baron's Hands, which come in at 7 minutes. I was using Averon, the Knight, and it's my favourite character in the game at the moment. I've got some really good gear on him, some that actually has abilities built into the gear. And I also run the perk that gives you 17% attack damage every 3 levels, meaning I was level 15, so I had 85% extra attack damage. So when this boss spawns in, you're going to be locked into a closing area. That area is going to close in for 1 minute. And what I recommend is you survive until the area's gone, because you're going to have trash mobs at the same time. I wouldn't just solely focus on trying to take down the Necromancer, because the Necromancer's got ranged attacks, you're going to have skeletons coming in at the same time. So there's quite a few different things to focus on. I would focus primarily on the trash mobs, get rid of the skeletons, then move in and try and take down the Necromancer. But it's going to be a lot easier once that closing in area has disappeared and you have freedom to roam around a little bit more. And the Necromancer's main attack is firing multiple fireballs. I believe there's 7. And this attack does happen fairly often. It's a really frequent attack. So all you're going to have to do is figure out the spacing of them depending on how far away you are from the boss. And then just dash around them, make sure you're avoiding them, because they are going to deal a decent amount of damage to you. But when the closed area opens up, once you have freedom, you've dealt with as many skeletons as you can. At least when you're using a melee character like the Knight, I recommend getting as close as you possibly can to the Necromancer, trying to time your dashes to avoid the attacks. Don't spam your dashes. I always like to make sure, or try and make sure, that I've got one dash available for if I need to use it in an emergency. And obviously this boss fight is going to go different if you have a character like the Sorceress, who is a ranged character. But you can do the exact same thing. You can deal with the skeletons first. Just make sure that obviously you're trying to keep more distance if you're using a character that deals ranged damage. And overall, it's not too hard of a boss fight, but it does require patience, unlike the Baron's Hands. Well, with the Baron's Hands, I at least like killing one really quick, because it balances out the fight, and then it's just like you against the boss and the trash mobs that spawn in as well. So don't be too aggressive with this boss. However, obviously if you're using a melee character, you want to get up close and personal. If you're using a ranged character, it's probably going to be better, but my favourite character is Averon the Knight. So just get an understanding of how often the boss actually fires the fireballs at you. Work around those, deal damage in, I'm going to say, little chunks. Don't be too aggressive trying to take off huge amounts of damage in one go. And patience is definitely going to pay off when it comes to this boss fight. So what we're going to do now is jump over to the gameplay. You'll see me take the Necromancer down. So here it is. I hope you guys enjoy it. And on that note, we are going to leave the video there. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like is appreciated. If you wish to support me further as a creator, there are links in the description. Let me know your thoughts about the video in the comments. And if you want to watch more, you can click the video on screen. All support on the channel is greatly appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.